Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. 10 by 10 inch canvas, and this, for all intents and purposes, is an open cup, although it is a canning funnel, and they work quite nicely to do an open cup. I'm thinking it maybe should be a little smaller than it is, and I'm going to do some black Meeden and some white pearl and some Decor Americana 24 karat gold, all as my puddle base. Mostly because I mix more of that color, these colors, than any other colors. And also because I like to experiment. I've picked out a bunch of colors I really like. I think I'm going to indulge myself in some of the Decor 24 karat gold. I added red too, that makes a nice copper color, because I've got it to use and I don't see why I shouldn't try, although I just put a ton of bubbles in there. So this is red violet, and I know this is going to make a mess. That's why I'm using a 10 by 10 inch canvas, because I want to use a larger canvas. But the truth is, until I find out if I can manage a smaller canvas, I don't want to do that. I found this lovely sparkly looking turquoisey blue. I have no idea what it is. It was in my custom mix pile. But I think it's going to be pretty. If we can get it to come out a little faster, that would be great. And I want to control my instinct to overdo, because it's not a big canvas. It's Tuscan Sun, actually, and hopefully the fluid that rose to the top won't be an issue. I've got periwinkle. Well, I would have if it were open. Maybe I'll be using some Whispering Wisteria instead. That's what we'll do, Whispering Wisteria instead. Now usually, I'm thinking, I use some white enamel, and I've got some Decor white enamel that's been separated a long time, but it might help make some cells. So we'll just go ahead and use it in between colors. Not a lot, just a little. I've got Perfect Indigo. Getting close to being to my limit. I've got Sour Apple, which is a vivid intense. I just mixed that, so hopefully it's good. I've also got some of this Chromium Green, which is another vivid intense, I believe. I kind of want to cover all that up with something else. Maybe I'll just risk a little Dancing Fuchsia on the top. And then we'll see. I've got an edge catcher, just a sheet of acetate. I want to get some bottles out of my way. That's going to be difficult because most of my spaces are filled. I didn't put any gold in there, and I meant to, but I guess it really doesn't need it. We'll give it a try the way it is anyway. Just using the circumference of the funnel to move the paint around. I'm going to put a little bit of red violet right in there. I want to put some black in there too, actually, since I'm not super duper thrilled with what I'm seeing yet. And that indicates it may or may not work. I'm kind of regretting having used that copper, but I could change my mind. Now the nice thing about an edge catcher is you can throw your paint all the way over and then back. I kind of scrape it off the edge. I'm going to have to keep myself a dry spot to hold on to this. I don't think the black is going to end up showing at all. It's kind of ugly so far. Maybe I'll put some chain in or swipe something. It might be cooler than I anticipate. I am leaving myself finger holds. It's easy enough to fill in small gaps on the edge. I anticipate cleaning up my silicone mat. I kind of think it would be neat to try and put some cell activator in there and blow on it and see what the deal is. I'm going to add a little bit of Deco Art White Pearl Metallic. A little bit more, I should say. And did I leave myself a spot? I still have one spot left for my fingers. The edge catcher looks nice. I definitely think I'm going to have to torch. Now, the trick with this is that the paint creates a seal, so don't panic when you're doing this. And we got plenty of paint on the edge catcher. If I want to put it back into the painting, all I got to do is use my Oxo Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula. I think I probably have more paint than I need. That's an easy assumption. I'm going to let that settle there. It's going to make a mess. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be creative. Grab, hopefully with one hand. No, it's going to be a mess no matter what. Well, I used to do this outdoors where it was allowed to be messy. Now not so much. I'm going to get the paint off my hands for a second. It's a good thing I use GAC 800 by Golden. I'm going to grab my small Oxo Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula. Take the paint off my edge catcher. Sorry about my head. I definitely recommend less paint, but like I said, it's not been just a long time, but like years since I did one of these. I'm going to have to just smooth along the edge with my finger underneath to make sure I get all my drips off while it's drying. Now I can take a straw, which is my next intention. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put some cell activator in there. I think I want to try the turquoise, Atelier Cobalt Turquoise. And maybe some black. I forget I can blow spirals and things, and that I should not forget. I do it all the time. And that might make all the difference in the world with my composition, such as it is. Let's try some of the black cell activator. But where? This is a sort of a fugly mix right here. I could have just put black all over everything. Not seeing anything that's compelling me to think it's a great composition yet by any stretch. So I think I'll just continue on and put a little more black. I hit it on myself. It's right in front of me and I can't see it. Fortunately, I have 2 bottles. And I like what's happening with the cell activator. So I'm going to keep blowing into it. I might even do a little more. I wouldn't be able to keep my paint so heavy if I wasn't using GAC 800 by Golden. I want to use regular black and see what happens. Because I kind of feel like I need a composition. There really isn't one. I'm happier already. I'm not sure if it's going to sink or not. It may. I thought about putting chain in here. I might have mentioned that. I don't know. I sure hope some of the black stays up. Could be a while before this dries. The best thing about feeling like you made a mistake is that it gives you permission to do whatever you want. Got a couple little spots. I don't think I'm going to be lifting this anytime soon. I want to try some, how much time do I have left? I got 4 minutes. Try a little bit of white cell activator too. It's Amsterdam white with Australian Floetrol. I still want some of the dancing fuchsia. I've just got great space for it. This time I'll shake it up. Will it open? Yes. I don't know if it's getting better or not. It's really deep. I kind of want to dump it onto another canvas. Which I could do if I were willing to get painty. Or more painty. I'm going to try and grab a skewer with a paintball on the end. And see if I can do anything that'll make me happy. Happier than I am, which I'm not. So that shouldn't be a tall order at all. We've got some neat things happening. Maybe I'll be okay with this. I don't see why I shouldn't. Yeah, I definitely think the spirals are helping. I used to get better compositions than I got initially with this. Or at least that's how I remember it. It's a very agate-y. If it were a little less deep, I probably would have tried the chain, but I think it's entirely too deep. I thought about a comb. I kind of like it now. I'm wondering about adding a little bit of orange. A little bit of saffron. To be precise. I think that might help. Not the part where I just dripped from the painting. And I'm going to blow that around for a second. I have to do something with that one little accidental spot. Not that anybody but me will notice unless I tell them, probably. Alright, I actually like this now. I have no idea what it's going to dry like. It really might have some cracking in it. I did go overboard even though I didn't want to. I did anyway. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching longer. My email address is EASPB and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com if you'd like to inquire in artwork. Linked, or you'll find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, my Amazon link. Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of my books are on the Amazon link because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities, the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Thank you. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those of you who use PayPal to make a donation to keep me painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and you inspire me always. My paint pouring recipes below show more. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out.